move, or you can still twist them, right? You can play with it in these as well, right? Or that way. So play around with now manipulating his spine in various ways. It's really your hips and your legs that move him. But you can add manipulating his shoulders to break down his structure, making it a little bit easier to move. And playing with different directions of pull and push. So he's going to maintain a good posture. I'm exploring different ways gently to pull and push, and which ways are easy and which ways are difficult. Okay. Start with that. What directions did you find were easy or hard?
On the non-dominant shoulder that I was pushing on. Like if he was going back on his right side, then the right side was easier for me to push on.
Okay, so if he's already moving, then it was easier for you to move with him? Okay.
I'm pulling this way was easiest for me.
Okay. So it's kind of one of those things, it's like, well, let me ask you too. What was easiest for you? Or hardest?
That here is easiest pushing, and then pulling on the arm is harder to get pulled from.
Okay. So the thing is, if you think about it from the hands, that's a bit limited. What you probably, if you look at it again, we'll do it again, is if he's strong, you've got good base, if I move in line with his feet, he's difficult. Right? If I pull in line with his feet, you have to set your weight backwards now. Because otherwise I'll overpower you because your weight's already forward. So set your weight on the back side. Yeah. That way you've got a brace here. Now it's harder for me to pull him. Right? But the line that bisects his feet, it's easy. Right? It's easy. Right? And that's just like horizontal. Right? So you can start to move him in whatever direction you need to. Right? So you also think of it like, you can think of it as a strike to set him up, right? Or, and start moving, right? So look at do it again, but now examine the lines. Are you moving more in line with his feet, or are you moving more bisecting his feet, whether it's back or forward? Difficult if you're like, just like, or it's not as efficient. Like, depending on what I need to do, generally speaking, I want my hips lower than his, although that's not always the case. He's naturally going to have hips lower than mine because he's a little bit shorter. So there's a couple things. If I want to pull, a good practice is to sink and pull. And then I can get my hips lower, my center of gravity a little bit lower, and pulling. If I want to push, it's like if you pull, you're pulling down to your level. If you push, it's like uprooting him. So you get under and then push with your legs. If you're just horizontal, it's really difficult. But if you need to move him, like you might get under and then be able to move it and start catching things. Or I need to sink and move it. So play with that, pushing and pulling with that, and start getting him to step where you want him to step. Right? This will tie in to what we do later. And it's really important when you start looking at Nagewaza. So if I want that leg to step, then I can sink and circle away from it. And it steps. Now he's got a weak line that you can now attack. So you have to think of his lines as constantly moving. So right now his weak line is this way. So if I start to pull on that, Now he's got his weak line has moved to the new spot, right? So if you think about that, it's okay, I'm going to move that weak line. And before he has a chance to recover, I attack his new weak line before he sets his weight. If he's like making this leg move forward, and then I know the new line is going to be here, right before his weight sets, you push on the new line, and it's really difficult to recover. And you open him up for attack. Okay? Let's play that. Sinking, we've got uprooting. Thing that makes it a little bit easier when you do either one is, maybe I want to uproot him, right? So I've got here. Something that makes it a little bit easier is to twist it. Twist his shoulders a bit. Same thing if I want to sink. If I can twist him a little bit, I put him in a really awkward posture. Like you break his kamae a bit. So add in a little twisting. If you want, if you're familiar with them, you can start playing with not grabbing clothes. Because it still works the same. Actually, this will be a little bit worse because head, right? But move, or you can still twist them, right? You can play with it. In these as well, right? Or that way. So play around with now manipulating his spine in various ways. It's really your hips and your legs that move him. But you can add manipulating his shoulders to break down his structure, making him a little bit easier to move. Because he's got this, and he's in a good position. Like if I want to do Gansei Nage and he doesn't want me to, I can't really move him that well. That's why in Gansei Nage, the first bit is you sink, and then it's easy. Anyway, play with that a little bit. How to attack their weak lines and anticipating a new weak line to make it easier to move the body. Then you make it hurt. So if we're here, like koshi, right? So maybe I pull and then I push. And you put the thumb in their neck or something. So you don't have to be nice about it, right? You have to have the mechanics to be able to move them, right? But you also have to, you want to cause some damage if you can. So play gently for this, because this sucks. Is play now a little bit with like Bujinkan, Kobuken, Shakuken, right? This is okay, but some people are like, if I'm attacking him on this strong line, he may be able to take the pain. If I change the line, then it's worse. Maybe take some skin with it. So just play with different places that you can add these things. The neck is really good. The skin on the back of the tricep is really good. You might do it with the hair. He's got short hair, but don't rip each other's skin too much, but play around a little bit with it. If you want to twist them, you can get that one on the pec. That's the next one. So play with it a little bit. So you've got the mechanics of the motion of how to move them, but now you motivate them a little bit. That's the reason you need the mechanics first is some people just don't respond to pain. He may be adrenalized, or it may just be tough, or maybe on some kind of substance, right? And it doesn't really feel the pain, so you don't want to do something like that if it costs you extra. If you're already going to be like twisting his body, it doesn't cost you anything extra to do something like that, because you're still doing the same motion. You're not trying to move him solely by like jabbing your thumb in his neck. That's not reliable. Does that make sense? Like it's not costing you anything extra if you're already doing it. If I needed to pull, maybe I grab his ear and pull, right? And then his other ear push. but the mechanics were the same. The essence is the same. So like, you shouldn't rely on like pressure points that are like only pain inducing. You're already attacking the weak point, but some people it doesn't really affect, but you're still attacking the weakest point you could. So, go ahead. I mean, you can do it just with your fingers. And that's also a reason to keep your hands open. Just turn a little bit. You know, if you didn't have the key on, you can get in here and actually grab onto the collarbone. You have to be careful so you don't separate anything, or you add that into it and it just sucks. Or the notch between the clavicles. So you got all these like Cusho, the eyes, you know, the nasty ones are like, get your fingernails in and grab his gums and rip them up. Probably cause an infection. Yeah, it's nasty. You know, other add-ons like, you know, doing, things like breaking the wrist and multigaku helps with that. But the key is the motion itself and how you attack the lines, right? And attack them in multiple directions. So just bear that in mind that you're not just usually just pulling once. I mean, sometimes you are. Like if I pull and I get here, the next one is like to try to hit him on that weak line, hit him on the weak line. So bear that in mind for the rest of the hour. So hopagiri, 8-way kicking, you can just so your hands are out, you won't kick your hands. So hopagiri is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I fake, 6 I fake because I don't want to actually hit in the nuts. And then 7 and 8 is like free. You can just play. Usually to the legs for these. So each, me, sun, boom, go, strokes. That's it. And you play with the last one. I mean, you could even say, oh, turn it and kick it. Or kick, the Orlando kick. He likes kicking the shins low. Sucks. Hurts like hell. There's a weak point called pokey. Top of the foot. Be careful with those. You know, sometimes you'll see boom, boom. But the main ones are front with a heel, outside with a heel, outside with a heel, up with the first knuckle of the big toe, like a hack sack, and then 7 and 8 are free. So just get practice the targeting and the balance. One key point is not this. Where my weight and balance is shifting. Try to stay level. That's suck. You're trying to hit the nerves on the outside of the leg. Okay. What point are you kicking on the front of the leg? Raise your hands. I just don't want to kick your hands. What point, are you kicking on the front? It's not really painful, is it?
Terribly.
Yeah. So it's not a weak point in terms of pain, it's a weak point in terms of what it does to the structure. It changes his body position, it messes his alignment up. Right, and this is kind of a fake example because he's standing right there. Right? But it alters his structure to get something else. I mean, if you want to be nasty, you kick through his knee and break his leg. If it ends up being the right spot, especially if you were able to, he gets that step and he comes up on that leg, people, especially when they're resistant, they tend to do this, then bam, while it's extended. That would hurt. So koi, there's a Cusho called koi, is the hip joint. Basically where the crease of your thigh goes down. It's not so much pain, I know I'm keeping going.
Yeah.
It moves his body. Right? Like when we do mushadori, right? I mean, you can make that hurt. But it's really to collapse his body. So Don't always think of it as like a, maybe if it hurts, bonus. But you're not doing it because it's painful. You're doing it because it's gonna mess his structure up. And he can move me or I can move him. Doesn't really matter. You know, we'll go one and one, or one person be Tory for a bit and then the other person be Tory for a bit. That's what I mean to say. And as we move and play with moving them, is where is the hapagiri. You can start leading them into kicks. All right. You all right? Sorry. You're young, you can take it. Not 30 yet. But he can move me. And I'm trying to figure out, because if I try to kick while he's got me off balance, I'm not going to be able to do it. Right? So you have to find points. He can move me or I can move him. Right? And you play and you recover as fast as you can. And we kind of just gently play this little game where I'm trying these different kicks. Right? And just playing. And I'm being very gentle. It's mostly about accuracy and targeting than blasting him. Okay? And then see, when you do it, we're kind of moving around. And does it offer a structure when I do it? Because you would set that up for something else. Okay? So one person goes for a bit, then you switch in your own time.
Doing on purpose easier.
Leg. So check and check. Check. Okay, start with that. Just one step and then two. Kiddo's taller than me, his reach is much longer than mine. So I adjust as I go. Right. So inch. Sorry. You all right? Okay. Go for that. And always just being gentle. No, I'm doing that intentionally. I don't mind hurting Caleb. I want to block, I'll block. Right? So it's just a check. I'm just getting a sense here of his distance and his time and his balance. Right? And it's this information gathering. So the next one comes in. The movement gets you not hit. The hands are for insurance, just in case something, maybe he slips on gravel and it changes the trajectory. Right? So his normal intending hit would have missed, but he slipped and then he clocks me. Or maybe he's just uncoordinated and he can't throw a straight punch. Maybe he's drunk and he's and he actually has mass and can knock you out. So your hands are insurance, right? So when you want to go to the outside and get away from this loaded up side, it's you use your elbow, but you also duck to get through. It's not just this. It's you step and then take his hip elbow. Jack the elbow. Go for it. You don't take the elbow you have to create if it's flat, it doesn't really work so well. So as you move, this space opens up. Right? So you have the hip. This space opens up. And it's not so much you pull a little bit, but you really extend your body through. And then they go. You don't have to worry if they fall or not. Because you can see she's right? And that was being control is not like, they may not fall, but their arm might be broken. And even if you don't break the arm, right, and you don't throw them, you at least get them away from you, and you can create some distance. So like, when you throw someone, you should either throw them where they end up completely under you so you can control them, or if you throw them away from you, like as soon as they're flying, you go the other way and get some distance. Now, you don't want it to be somewhere like in between. Right? That's where it can get, like they're so far away that you can't get control of them before they can get back like under their own control. So they're too far away for that, but they're also still close enough to be a danger. Right? So you either have like control of them under you, or you throw them away and then you go the other way. Okay, so. Be gentle. Okay, try that. You check, get through it. So first thing is the parry on the second punch. That's all I need that for that one moment. I don't need to keep in contact with it. Right? Hold that in case I want to do the arm bar throw. Strike. You move across behind his elbow, because that'll push his shoulder and makes him less of a threat to you. Right? As long as this is in contact, can you turn back into me? Yeah, because of the way the body works. Right? So you're here, but at this point you can let that go. And as you turn, you have to keep yourself upright. If you lean, it'll throw the kick off. So you keep yourself upright and just kick with your leg upright, like vertical. Right? This is like where it goes in, like, okay, you feel like you have to stay in contact. So like they were here, and I hit, and now I'm actually binding myself up, because I'm holding on to the thing that I'm trying to pass through. If that's the case, so you have to let yourself let go occasionally. You know, that's why you create connections, because connections you can let go easily. I did something else. If it doesn't work, you can keep doing it. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, hit the little bell button so you get notifications for the next video, and be sure to give a thumbs up and share it. Like and comment. Thanks.